Hello to everybody joining me here on Your Manchester this week. I'm Michael Adams and have I got a show for you. A little bit later on, I'm joined by the cast of Fisherman's Friends, the musical. I've also got Adam Zane, the artistic director at Hive North, talking about his newest product, Outstage Us. I'm really looking forward to that. Plus, of course, your usual features, the weather with Paul Rudd, and Hayley's got a look at what's on the box. But first, on a more serious note, with homelessness in Manchester reaching an all-time high due to the cost of living crisis, I headed down earlier today to speak to charity founder Risha Lancaster about the work that her charity, Coffee4Craig, does to help the situation.
So, Risha, tell me about your brother Craig and his story.
So, Craig was street homeless in Cardiff. He'd had a nervous breakdown. He ended up being sectioned in hospital. And then when he came out, he'd told us that he was fine, he had a flat and stuff like that. My stepfather died, so I met up with Craig at the funeral, and this is when I realised that he actually was street homeless. By this time, he'd been homeless for quite a number of years, and I didn't know anything at the time. I didn't know anything about homelessness, so myself and Hendrix, my husband, we decided to volunteer for a charity life share down here to find out exactly about street homelessness, how would be best to help and stuff like that. So we did that, and then in August I went up to see him. We started helping him, sort of bringing boxer shorts, socks, because of course when you're street homeless you don't have access to anything like that, and sort of your priorities change, so things like a brand new pair of boxer shorts is really sort of something that people need because you can't carry your clothes around. We had a meal together, sort of chatting, and I came home, and then in September my sister phoned me to say that Craig had died in a car park in Cardiff on his own. He'd died of a heroin overdose. So that day I put on Facebook, if you see someone sleeping on the streets, give them a cup of coffee, say it's from Craig. And then Coffee4Craig was born, more or less, from there. It kind of just snowballed and it became something huge. I think it captured people's hearts, really.
Out of the darkness, something so good came of it.
Yeah. So the first thing that we did was do a meal at his funeral, sort of afterwards, for the guys that he was with on the streets. There's about 80 people came. We got donations from people in Manchester, donations from people in Cardiff. It was, it was really big. And then we just couldn't stop. We carried on. By then we sort of found out about street homelessness and realised that there was a massive gap, that services traditionally were Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock till 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And there was nothing in the evenings, weekends, bank holidays for people. There was nowhere for anyone to go that was safe, anyone to talk to. So we decided that we would do that. So we started off doing a street kitchen on Piccadilly. We set up on a Sunday, and then that sort of turned to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We started sort of pestering the council, talking to the charities.
Sometimes it's the best thing to do, isn't it?
Sort of saying there's a gap, we want to fill it, this is what we want to do. And eventually sort of the council, we started talking to us, we started talking to the council, the homelessness charter was born, the homelessness partnership was born, and we ended up, Centrepoint reached out, and we ended up doing a 7-night-a-week drop-in from their building.
Because homelessness is such a huge issue in Manchester, isn't there?
It is, yeah, completely. I mean, there's so many hidden homeless, street homeless, people who are sofa surfing. We've got a lot of people who are sleeping in cars, who are working. So, it's really important that there's somewhere you can go in the evening, at weekends, bank holidays, because crisis can hit at any time. You can become homeless at any time. So
what have you guys managed to do then over the past few years?
So we got our own building, and this is it. February 2020, just before.
And a lot of work's gone on to make it what it is today.
Yeah, we had to gut the building, build a kitchen, build showers, stuff like that, and we're now up and running. since September 2020. We're open every single night. We extend our hours on the bank holidays, so because a lot of the services close over bank holiday. So we're usually open all day then. We're open every evening, so weekdays it's 6 p.m. till 8 p.m, weekends it's 5 p.m. till 7. We have a medic in every night, we have showers, we have a barbering service, we've got our own barbering table.
Incredible.
We chat, advice, signposting, and then some people who are really vulnerable and who sort of fallen through the gaps we continue to work with during the day, speak to the other services, sort of try and get something moving with them. And then during the winter we do the out of hours cold weather response, so that people have somewhere to come and we can sort of facilitate that when the weather's sort of 0 and below.
So how can people get involved if they want to help you guys out?
So we're all over social media, Coffee4Craig. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all the usual sort of stuff. We always need donations, so any sort of food, because all our food's home cooked, we've got a chef. We always need the sort of kitchen staples, potatoes, fresh veg, meat, beans, rice, pasta, sort of anything like that. We always need boxer shorts, socks, milk, sugar, coffee, hot chocolate, anything like that, crisp sweets. So if someone would like to donate to that. Also, we're being hit as well by the crisis.
Yeah.
All our bills have gone up, the price of food's gone up, as you can imagine. More and more people are coming to us as they're becoming homeless or unable to sort of live to their means and stuff. So fundraising, funding.
And have you got any fundraising events coming up?
Anything like that. We've got a few coming up, but if you keep an eye on our social channels, then we can share our fundraising and stuff like that. We are launching something called April 24th Club.
All right.
So the reason why it's April 24th Club is because April 24th was actually Craig's birthday. And what we're asking is businesses, people, if they could donate £24 a month to us to help us with our running costs, to help us with our donations and our food and our kitchen and stuff like that. That would really, really sort of help us. We've got it's all on our website, April 24th Club, and I can give you a link after.
Definitely so, yeah.
And then if we got 100 people who donated £24 a month, that would give us £2,400 a month. So we're pushing that, and we've got a few things that we can give in return. So for businesses, there's a lot of CEO sort of benefits because they can go on our website, we can advertise their business. We give merchandise if you subscribe for a year, so we can give special t-shirts with April 24th Club and badges and stuff like that. So
the work you're doing here is absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
And I'm sure if there's any way that we can get involved, then we certainly will.
Oh, that would be amazing. You'll have to come when we've got a drop-in and then
Definitely, yeah.
That would be really good.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Risha.
Oh, thank you.
And if you want to get involved with Risha's charity, the details are on your screen now. Don't forget, there's still loads of great stuff to come today, including my chat with the cast of Fisherman's Friends the Musical. However, if you'd rather stay at home, get cosy on the sofa, I know somebody who knows everything that's on telly at the moment. It's over to Hayley Cartwright.
Hi, I'm Hayley and welcome to this week's On The Box. How's everyone doing? Now, one of the most exciting things I've watched this week is a series called The Nest, which is on BBC iPlayer. It's about a couple in Glasgow who will do anything you can imagine to get what they want, which is a baby. So give that a watch. It's proving so interesting. Now we have a series called Echoes on Netflix, which is proving very popular indeed. There is a series called A Teacher on BBC iPlayer, which is brilliant. It's about a female teacher who has an inappropriate relationship with one of her students. And we also have a new series of Fate, the Winx Saga. Yay! I absolutely love series 1. It's on Netflix and we've got darkness, we've got blood, we've got witches. So if you're into that, give it a watch. If you've not seen series 1, get on it because series 2 is looking even more epic. That's it from me. I shall catch you next time. And remember, stronger together. Bye.
Now, a brand new musical is arriving at the Lowry Theatre next week. It's called Fisherman's Friends, and there's a good chance you might have heard of them before because they are the group of Cornish fishermen from the tiny little village of Port Isaac who ended up trying to raise a few quid for charity and ended up on the main stage, the pyramid stage at Glastonbury. Well, of course, since then, you might have seen them in the Bird's Eye Fish Fingers adverts, or indeed in one of their 2 films that have been released. The sequel was released just last month. And, well, I'm very excited to be joined by 2 stars of the musical Fisherman's Friends, which is, like I say, coming to the Lowry next week. Hello to Jason Langley and Parissa Shamir. Hello to you both.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm very good. How are you both?
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
We're good. We're gearing up for 2 shows this afternoon. So
oh, exciting. Where are you at the moment?
We're in Cheltenham.
Oh, right, I see. And are you excited about coming to Greater Manchester?
Yes, that's where I'm from. That's my roots. So
amazing. Whereabouts are you from?
I was born in Eccles.
I see. So literally just up the road, you can go visit the family and everything. That's wonderful.
They're all coming. They're very excited about it.
I bet. Sold out show, I bet. Now, of course, both of you have had some really exciting projects before. Jason, I'm reading here that you were in Warhorse and the Tina Turner musical. And Parissa, you were in Mamma Mia, of all things.
Yeah, it's quite a change from sea shanties, but it got me where I am today. So, you know, it's all good.
I bet. Now, you have just touched on it, the sea shanties. They were a big part, I think, of during the pandemic, weren't they? Can you remember that song Wellerman that was released? How much of the musical relies on sea shanties? I love a good sea shanty.
I mean,
there's definitely, if you're a sea shanty fan, you won't be disappointed, put it that way. Like, we do have a good number of sea shanties in there. A surprising amount that you probably recognise, even if you're not really into sea shanties. Mm. But then there's also a good amount of original material as well, a lot of which you've been involved with developing as well.
Yeah. So there's a real mix of, as Jason said, a lot of sea shanties, some a cappella stuff, some more with a lot more instruments involved. And yeah, there's 2 original songs in the show. One that was written by our co-musical director, James Finley, called Village by the Sea, which my character sings. And my character is also a songwriter, as am I. And yeah, from the development run last year to us doing the show this time, there's also another original song in the show, which is actually a song that I wrote, which I feel incredibly humbled and amazed to be in the show, called The Tidal Pool. And that also features in the show too, which is super exciting for me. I feel incredibly grateful. And
I feel like I've seen a video of you. I think it might have been on the What's on Stage website of you singing that song, and it was really, really good. Now, of course, as we know, it is set in Port Isaac down in Cornwall. I've actually visited there all the way back in like 2009 or something. I was on my holidays in Cornwall. We wanted to see where Doc Martin was being filmed. But of course, now it's probably best known as where the Fisherman's Friends came from. Have either of you ever been down that neck of the woods before?
Yeah, well, I was down there quite recently, actually. I went a couple of weeks ago to meet some of the Fisherman's Friends. And we went to the pub where the show is based, or a large part of the show is based. And we sat in the pub with the Fisherman's Friends, we had a few pints, and then the instruments came out, and then the singing started. And it was really special, actually. Within minutes, the pub was completely packed out with thrilled tourists and onlookers. And yeah, we had a good old sing-song, gave everyone a bit of a show.
Yeah, it's really beautiful there. Similarly, when we developed the show last year, a group of us went down to Port Isaac and similarly met the guys and had a big sing-song. And it really is, it makes such a difference going there. And then
yeah, and actually what really struck me is how much this show, with the writing and the set, manages to capture the feel of Port Isaac, because it is quite a unique, special place.
Well, I was going to ask, how do you even begin to show this tiny little fishing village on stage? Like, can you tell me about the production side of things? What can we see on stage?
Well, I mean, our set designer, Lucy Osborne, is a genius, and she has created this incredible playground with all different levels, and there is a reference to the Platte, which is kind of the slope that goes into the ocean. That is what the fishermen sing on in real life. and the way that everything, there's ladders, there's stairs, there's bits that move, it really is just a really exciting
very,
space.
very clever space that looks really simple, but actually they managed to turn into the Platt, as Brissa says, the pub, a bar in Soho at one point, a boat. So it's very cleverly done, and it's really beautiful the way it's lit, and the colours are amazing.
So you've got to tell me this: do we get to see the pyramid stage at Glastonbury within the show?
Look, I don't want to give too much away, okay, but essentially, yes, the audience will be at Glastonbury with us on the pyramid show.
Amazing.
By some point.
Glastonbury comes to Salford. I look forward to
You will
it.
get the Glastonbury experience, absolutely. You get a little corner of Cornwall and a bit of Glastonbury as well. We're going to bring it up to Salford, and we can't wait.
What's not to love? Well, guys, we're really looking forward to seeing it. Have the best run, and break a leg with your shows this afternoon as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Something else coming to Salford next week is the 5th annual Outstage Us event presented by Hive North, which celebrates the best of LGBTQ plus writing talent. And well, I'm really excited to be joined by Artistic Director of Hive North, Adam Zane now. Hello to you, Adam.
Hello, lovely to be here.
And it's great to have you here as well. This is, of course, taking place from Tuesday next week. Adam, I've got to say, I've been having a look at your CV today, and it's quite impressive. You've done a hell of a lot of stuff. So let me reel some stuff off. You were Dane in Queer as Folk, and one of the few out gay actors in that show at the time. Of course, that show was quite pioneering, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, it's crazy. I turn on Netflix at the moment, and there's Denise Black's face going, you know, top streaming show. I mean, it's amazing. So yeah, people are still discovering Queer as Folk, which is amazing. So many years on. No, really proud to be a part of an iconic show. You know, it's amazing.
And of course, you were part of Shameless as well. Another of my favourites, and No Angels as well. And as well, you're also a lecturer at the University of Salford, where I used to go to.
Oh, shame I never taught you. Yeah, I was there for many years. And really, being at Salford Uni is how Hive North came about. Because that's when I first started directing and working with young actors. And, oh, that's my dogs, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry about that. But any noise
shows that as live.
No, so yeah, at Salford University, I worked on a play called The Laramie Project, which was a play about a gay student who was murdered in America. And it totally changed my life. I knew immediately that I wanted to work with young LGBTQ writers and really try and make a difference. So yeah, I'm still talking about Matthew Shepard all these years on, and yeah, very proud to be. Yeah, really important subjects that we cover.
Definitely so. Well, of course, that was 2004 that you first launched the Hive North as the Hope Theatre Group, as it was known.
Yes.
Then. How's it feel? 18 years on, you're now coming of age as such.
Yeah, it's really odd. I mean, we were known as Hope Theatre Company for quite a while, and then we were asked by a London theatre to do some work with them, and down the road from them there was a theatre called Hope Theatre. So there was a lot of confusion, and yeah, so we rebranded as Hive North a few years ago, and yeah, it's great because we are, you know, we're a Manchester theatre company. We work with the majority of our work is set in the north, and we work with northern actors. So yeah, Hive North felt like the appropriate name for us.
And of course now, Outstage Us is in its 5th year. It's been described, I've got here, as a fearlessly bold night of theatre. Tell me all about that. There is 10 shows, I believe, in the evening. Yeah,
there's 10 new shows. All the pieces are submitted to us. And we had over 100 LGBT pieces submitted this year. So they go to a panel, they get read. And we try and choose a range of pieces that reflect the whole, rainbow of our community, if you like. And I'm incredibly excited this year. The standard is phenomenal. We've got pieces from writers who have never written for the stage before, so that's really exciting. And we've got writers who I've admired for years who have submitted pieces. So there's really something for everyone. And apart from the 10, we have one project that's part of our Outstageous Futures, which is a piece that we thought had potential to be developed, and it's by Councillor Paul Fairweather, who people will know. He's been a part of the village for many, many years, and he's never written anything for the stage before. He submitted a monologue that is really about his experiences in the 1980s in Manchester, and the monologue has been developed into a piece with dancing, with 3 actors now, and it's incredible to see how that piece has grown. So yeah, it'll be in front of an audience next week. So Paul is really excited, and yeah, we're really proud of his work.
And have you written anything this year? I know you have done in the past.
No, I haven't. I've kind of stepped back from writing for Outstageous because there are things that I want to write for the stage, but I think having this competition or platform for LGBT writers is a kind of time for me to step back a little bit and help develop new writers who maybe haven't written for the stage. But Jock Night, which was one of my plays, has been developed as part of Outstageous in the beginning and then went on to do a national tour. So we hope that the pieces that are a part of Outstageous maybe have a life after Outstageous. And we've got pieces this year that I think have really got potential to go far.
Exciting times. Now, what is next for Hive North beyond Outstageous?
Well, we have projects that are ongoing. We have an anti-homophobia play called Out Loud that is out in schools every year. So we're just getting ready for, it's our busiest time of the year really, with Anti-Bullying Month and LGBT History Month. So Out Loud will be
to tackle, particularly in schools.
Yeah, in secondary schools, it's really powerful, and we see a real change in schools once they've seen it. But we've also got an amazing play for primaries, which we started this year, which is about gay penguins. So it's
interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm taking gay penguins into primary schools. So it's from one extreme to the other. It's a hoot. Yeah, so and hopefully next year I'll be bringing more boys back in jock straps with Jock Night. So yeah, something for everyone, shall we say?
From gay penguins to jock straps. Interesting. Well, Adam, I can see that tickets are from £10. It's at Salford's Lowry Theatre next week from Tuesday to Thursday, I believe.
It is,
and we're really looking forward to it. All the best with it.
Great.
Well, it's getting a whole lot colder out there at the moment, isn't it? Of course, we're in a brand new season now, and I think I know one man who knows all about it. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Michael. Hello there, my lovely weather watchers, and welcome to this week's weather forecast with me, Paul Rudd. Now, it might be nice and sunny today, but it's all about to change for Manchester. It's getting wetter, and it's getting colder. We've had the heating on in our house. So cold, wrap up warm when you go outside. Let's take a look at this week's details. Okay, Thursday is looking like rain with the temperatures of 17 degrees Celsius. Friday is going to be nice and dry with sunny spells with the temperatures of 16 degrees Celsius. And as we go along to the weekend's weather right now, Saturday is looking like isolated showers with the temperatures of 17 degrees Celsius, and Sunday is looking like showers with the temperatures of 17 degrees Celsius. So get your umbrellas up, get your rain macs on, dodge those raindrops. And now it's time to hand over back to Michael Adams for this week's brilliant episode of Your Manchester.
Cheers, Paul. I'll have to get my umbrella out. So that's it, I'm afraid, for today. Don't forget, though, you can join in the conversation. We are Where the City Comes to Talk whenever you want. We're live from 8 a.m. in the morning up until 9 o'clock at night with Chatterbox Radio, Monday through to Thursday. And, of course, Your Manchester is back again next Wednesday at the same time. I hope you'll join us then. Have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye.